Today we are in the beautiful city of Montreal, and I want to talk about the most passive way for you to get your permanent residency and move to this beautiful country. First of all, if you're thinking about if Quebec is worth it, let me tell you, it's one of the most diverse cities on the planet. We have a lot of different communities. A Chinatown, the downtown is full of different restaurants. But now the question is, what's that super passive program that allows for you to get PR via a passive investment? I want to talk about the most dominant requirements and also break them down because I've gathered a lot of information from a lot of brokers that deal with such investments here in Quebec. The program is currently halted, so it's set to resume in 2023. And you still have time to prepare for it. But let's talk about what the requirements were before and what they probably will be. And for that, I want to first mention the most important requirement, and that's you need to have a net worth of at least $2 million. And this net worth has to be legally verifiable. So the assets have to be there. You need to show where the money came from, essentially. Now, let's talk about the next one, which is that investment requirement. You need to invest at least $1.2 million into essentially the Quebec's government. So you give them a loan for 5 years and you don't get any interest. At the end of the 5 years, you get the money back. Now, here's the caveat, which is positive. You can actually finance the money. So you can go out and get a loan for 1.2 mil. That way, you don't freeze your assets, right? Because opportunity cost-wise, 1.2 million, that's quite a lot. So that financing would cost you $350,000. So the next requirement would be for you to intend to reside in Quebec, which is pretty self-explanatory. The next important one, which is you need to have at least 2 years of management experience. This could be managing your business or a senior management experience at a company that you essentially run as an executive. And now that we talked about the requirements, let's discuss the process itself. So what happens if you intend to make Quebec and Montreal in particular, probably you're watching this because you're interested in the city, if you want to make it your home? What happens next is you would essentially sign an investment agreement with one of the brokers in Quebec. This really entails a lot of safety because the government really handpicked those brokers that have a lot of experience in terms of financial wealth management. The next one would be for you to get all the documents, verify your net worth, which is super important because if they cannot verify half of your net worth, that's problematic. Let me tell you this. If you're interested in this program, you want to discuss it more, please hit the links in the description. We have all of our contacts, in particular if you're interested in this specific program. And I'll be super happy to connect with you to help you make Canada your new home.